So I just finished Alex Hormozzi's and Ed Milet's podcast. It was on Ed Milet's show. If you don't follow either of those guys, you need to be. I mention Alex Hormozzi a lot. Ed Milet's also a G, but I'll link the show in the description probably if I can figure it out. But yeah, that show was one of the best I've listened to in a while, and I think one of the things that they said in there that really hit me, there was a couple things. But the thing first and foremost that hit me, right, was like the no one's going to save you thing, right? I know that, clearly. Like, it's not like I need to be saved, but like no one's going to come to your aid except for you, future you, better you, right? And that hits home for me because I think this year, in the past I've always known that, I've always lived by that, but this year, for the first time ever, I've started to look at other people to save me and ask other people, you know, to help me and to do that, which isn't bad inherently, but, you know, looking for other people to solve my problems instead of just solving my own problems, I think, for the first time. And so, you know, having that change was a big thing for me. And I think very recently, you know, as of this week, a mentor of mine kind of said something similar to that, which was like, dude, just do this action and you will win. I don't know why you needed to tell it to me, but now that the more I really think about it, the more it makes sense to me, where if I just do the action of calling people every day, do the action of every morning, and it really, the hard part is it really ends up being every afternoon. It's probably better for me to do reach outs and do stuff with customers, but, you know, if I every morning focus on getting more customers in the door and growing the business, doing what I need to do to grow the business, but not just, when I say grow the business, I think that's the frame I was looking at it in, looking at the business in, but it's not just that. It's what do I need to do to get more customers, right? Because looking at it as grow the business, I'm like, oh, I'm going to spend, you know, 4 hours this morning and look at reports. It's like, great. I understand the business a little bit better. Could I have probably guessed those numbers before this? Yes. It's like, I don't need them. Like, I know what I need to do. Which in my case, right now, is get more customers, right? And one of the things they said that was very tactical was, if you're cold calling customers, if you have a defined list of customers, which we do, like a very, you know, list of customers that we can't, it's, you know, to add to gets expensive, right? Knocking on doors, whatever, but cold reach outs, it's like the warm reach outs, I might as well research them. I might as well, before I talk to any customer, I should, you know, look up their Facebook profile and see what they've been up to. Oh, cool, this guy's been up to XYZ. I'll talk to them about that, right? Look at my Facebook profile, see who follows me as far as in the neighborhood needs cleanups, right? Look at Full Circle's Facebook profile, see who, you know, needs whatever services, whether it be Christmas lights or cleanups or whatever. And just sell our services and build that rapport with the customers. And then, of course, you know, there was the make promises, deliver on promises thing. That's a really big one for everybody, and that's the way you actually build trust, build relationships, is, you know, and become somebody that is reliable. And I'm blanking on the word I want to use here, but which is by, you know, making promises, keeping promises, making promises, keeping promises, repeating over and over, and we can do it on a smaller and smaller level and make people feel better and better about us. So, you know, for us, a super example for mowing would be, you know, let's say somebody accepts an estimate for mowing, right? Somebody on the phone says, hey, thank you so much, we can't wait to do your service, even if they're not the one that schedules it, right? Somebody else, you know, schedules it and lets them know. But let's say the person on the phone schedules it, right? Awesome, I've been the schedule to start your mowing, you know, Tuesday next week. You know, let's imagine it's a Thursday. Tuesday next week, you know, we're super excited to work with you. Can't wait to talk to you soon. Whatever, right? Then as soon as they get off that phone call, the customer should get a text. Not that mowing's a big decision, but still, the customer should get a text. Hey, thank you so much for signing up. We'll see you Tuesday next week. Then with this same thought process, right, maybe the next day they get an email saying, like, you know, what to expect with your mowing service, right? Here's how the first cut works, here's how the lawn works, whatever, right? Then Monday, they get a text, hey, we're going to be out tomorrow to mow your lawn, right? Can't wait to see you. First service, whatever, right? Then we cut the lawn. Then after we cut the lawn, they get, you know, another text, maybe, or another email saying, hey, we just cut your lawn. Hope it's to your satisfaction. Let us know if there's any notes that you need to add, right? And like all those things in between when they got the first service done, and then after the first service done, to make them love us more and love our service more, to where they're going to want to recommend their friends, they're going to want to recommend their neighbors, and we're going to get those referrals that we want more of, because, you know, we always want more referrals. So I think that'll be huge. Sorry, I'm turning my head to see my maps where I'm supposed to be going. But so I think that's a massive eye-opener to me, at least, which is, you know, to me at least, right, which is like, just do what you say you're going to do, right? If we tell a customer we're going to be back out, we come back out. We just do what we say we're going to do. And also, it's a lot easier to say what you're going to do and, you know, say what you mean and actually, you know, follow what you say if you do less things, right? If I offer just a mowing service, how easy is it to do that every time we're mowing a lawn? Pretty freaking easy. how hard is it on the flip side to, do that every time we mow a lawn, mosquito control, pest control, fertilization, enhancements, bed and bush maintenance, recurring jobs. It's like, it gets a lot harder. When you add more services, it multiplies the complexity, right? So if you offer, and this is a dumb example because it's not necessarily true, but just as a thought experiment, if you offer 5 services and you add a 6th, it multiplies the complexity of all of them, unless you figure them out perfectly. But we haven't figured them out perfectly. And so adding services to us was maybe not the best decision, which I talked about in my last focus video. But to wrap all this up, that podcast was freaking incredible. And the action steps that I'm going to take after listening to it are continuing to spend every morning focused on getting new customers and advancing the business forward by getting new customers mainly, but getting new customers. And that's really my job for the next probably 2 years, to get new customers. And then after, I finish getting new customers, it'll then be getting, training sales reps to get new customers for us, right? I really like the idea of cold reach outs as in door to door for our industry. I think it's a really, really reliable way to grow the business. But, then it's that. And then it's going to be, hiring somebody or promoting somebody to be a sales manager that's going to be in charge of those people, in charge of getting more people. And then it's going to be hiring somebody or promoting that person to be over all of door to door, right? And then it's going to be focusing on different things, right? So there's all this different stuff. And I really liked how Alex broke it down from having a director of people to then, hiring somebody to be in charge of brand and then hiring the editors to do content. Like, I liked how he was like, I still had to take that initial action step. And if you really be really funny about it, Layla probably hired that person, so he had to marry Layla to get Layla to hire that person. It's a really funny thing. I mean, obviously, it's more than that, but just as a funny thought experiment for him. But so, yeah, for me, the way I'm looking at it, though, is I just need to do more of the right kind of work, because I work a lot, but it doesn't matter. Nobody cares how much I work. What matters is the output of the stuff I get done, and it's not that when I'm working, I'm not working, because when I'm working, generally speaking, I am actually doing something. But that thing I'm doing is not the most important thing. And if I'm not working on the most important thing, then why the fuck does it matter anyway? Why does it matter in the first place if I'm working on stuff that's not actually important to grow the business? So that's how I look at it. That's where my brain's at right now. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys like that podcast, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.